Thank you for your presence today to celebrate the 80th anniversary of D-Day. On this historic occasion, we honor these heroes who went above and beyond, so heroically answering the world's call in the defense of liberty and democratic values. We will never forget their sacrifice.
They're giving us the royal treatment. Thank you, sir. Yeah, with the fighter groups and the bomber groups. Très joli. My job was to brief the pilots on the weather conditions en route to the target, over the target, and returning back to England. And then after the bombers dropped their load, they would return to England, and the fighters would look for what they call targets of opportunity. Anything that's available that looks like a military target, they would shoot it up until they ran out of ammo and ran out of petrol, and then they headed back to England. I got to give credit to my fighter group, the pilots who flew the P-51 Mustang. It was their job on D-Day to keep the Luftwaffe out of the sky over Normandy.
Sauver 80 years ago, I was flying over this country of Normandy. My job was to drop paratroopers. I flew a C-47.
Tell me, what was this like 80 years ago when you were dropping these guys out of the sky?
It was paying attention to flying the airplane. Once we gave the signal for them to jump, my job was to just see that that airplane got down in one piece.
What are you thinking now when you're seeing this 80 years later? What's coming back to your mind?
I think about my companions who didn't make it. Makes a very emotional minute for me.
But these guys all made it. They're going to be having dinner with their loved ones tonight. And so are you. So are you.
Seul port en eau profonde des rives de la Manche, accessible à toute heure de la marée.
You are so welcome in the United States. You are well thought of, including my family. I have my two sons with me here.
Thank you.
And
where did you serve? Air Force.
I was in the 8th Air Force in England with the fighter group, and our job was to support the troops landing on the beaches and protect them from the Luftwaffe.
Wow.
Okay.
And where do you live now?
I was originally from Philadelphia. I live in Huntsville, Alabama.
You helped to make this country, France, a free nation.
Yes,
So
I have been here.
So you're
several
back
times.
home. When you decided to join the US Army and to come here to liberate our country, you just fought for something bigger than just a country, but freedom and democracy. And this is thanks to your commitment, your bravery, that we are a free nation today.
D-Day was June the 6th, 1944. And the weather at that time was chilly, and the water in the channel, English Channel, was choppy. So we waited till June the 6th, and that was when they had D-Day and made the invasion of Normandy.
What do you think it was like for those 20-year-old kids?
It was not like going to the beach in Atlantic City. It must have been pretty rough.
So we're here today to honor Sam and Harold. Sam was not here on D-Day. He was in the Pacific fighting the Japanese. But he always wanted to come here to see the sights and the sounds of Normandy. Unfortunately, the Lord took him home.
Harold McMurrin was 2nd Wave Utah Beach, 69th Infantry. I stood here with him 5 years ago to the day. He pointed out where all the gunfire was coming from, where the Germans were laying, where he lost buddies, and he cried like a baby. And when we went back home, he had peace.
All I can say is, may he rest in peace. Harold, we wish you well.
This flag of the United States of America is presented on behalf of a grateful nation in gratitude for the sacrifice of Harold.
we're here as guide to help people to know more about what happened here in Normandy, and more importantly, to remember the sacrifice of all these young service members, men and women, made the ultimate sacrifice here in Normandy to free Europe and to free France.
Today we draw strength from the sacrifice of these brave heroes and the bond that blossomed from their sacrifice.
We veterans were the lucky ones. We were able to go home, able to achieve our dreams, and now, after so many years, we're back in Normandy.
The real heroes are in the ground, and we today are keeping their memory alive. This prayer is for all the soldiers, in addition, of course, to the Jewish GI. And I will say the prayer in Hebrew because I've been saying it for so many years. I know it by memory, but I got this little prayer book that was issued to all Jewish servicemen during the war. Yishkadal v'yishkadash shemei rabah, v'yomo devarach hirosech v'yamlich mahusei, v'chayehonu v'umechonu v'haye, v'hel beis Yisrael ba'agola v'yizbak v'ri v'yimu amen. Yehi shmei rabah mim v'rach v'olam omei omaya, yisparach v'yistabach v'yisparar v'yishumah v'yisnasei, v'yisnasa v'yisadah v'yisalal shemei dekudashah b'richu, Leilon min kol b'chasah v'shirasah tushbachasah v'nechamasa da'amiram b'yomo v'imru amen. Yehi shalom ramba min shemayim v'chayim olenu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen.
I never wanted to touch a gun again.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam sheheyonu v'kiyimonu v'higiyonu lazman hazeh. Blessed art thou, O Lord our God, King of the universe, who has enabled us to reach this time and this place and this season. That shows that we've been here. December 7th, the president said we declare war on both the United States. Oh, I'm sorry, I mixed up.
What was it like being with Sherman going through Atlanta?
These are my two sons.
We're his agents also. So autographs, $25. Autograph with photo, $35. Just form a straight line down here. General, can these troops fight?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm not Jewish.
That's all right. I convert you here.
We're going to circumcise James when this is over with.
Welcome aboard the C-47, known as the old Goonie Bird. And those stripes are known as IFS stripes, identification friend or foe.
The co-pilot was good enough to give up his seat and let me sit in the co-pilot's seat. What an adventure. It just was wonderful to be with all of you at this time. I just got my pilot's license.